simply flip. And again, line yourself up so your knees, your hips, your shoulders are in a nice straight line. And then hip stable, and lift and lower that top knee. And if you notice when you're doing this, that one side, maybe your knee doesn't lift as high, or maybe one side it just sort of doesn't work, or one side hurts, actually do that side a little bit longer. Either do more repetitions, or roll over and repeat. Do another set, you know. I'm not counting, but you could count them if you like. So they're even. I just go till I can really feel those muscles starting to get hot, almost starting to fail. So it almost feels like I can't do another one. That's when I know I've done enough. Yeah. Good. And we're going to roll back onto your tummy. Good. That's it. So now we're going to work through the back of the hips. So simply lifting one leg right from the hip and down, and then the other leg right from the hip and down. So this is reminding our glutes and butt muscles how to work. Good. Now this is pretty good. If this feels easy for you, we can add the arms as well. So we're going to do opposite arm and leg. This is really good for your brain too, to figure out what's opposite. If you find this a little bit challenging to get coordinated, that's okay, that's good. That's why we want to do it, so we keep our coordination and balance and proprioception. Yeah, so really working each side. Good, and relaxing down. And then simply bend at the knees and just letting your feet flop side to side. So this is encouraging the internal and external rotation of the pelvis each side. Good, and you can let this sort of be floppy. Just see if you can feel that inside leg come to the floor, and then the inside foot come to the floor, and then the other side. Relaxing the legs down. Nice. And we're going to make a big starfish. So take your arms out, sort of on the diagonal in front, and the legs out to that diagonal. And we're thinking of getting the legs equal distance from the center line, arms equal distance from the center line. And then we're going to make a nice big twist here. So take your left hand and glue it on your right hand, and then slide your left leg and see if you can touch your left big toe to your right big toe. So we're creating a nice side stretch through the left side here. And we're going to put our head down. So you're just relaxing your head down on your arms, and 5 breaths, letting that left hip sink to the floor. Back to your big starfish, and take the other side. So right hand glues onto the left hand, slide your right leg over to your left leg, and we want to feel the side stretch all the way down the right side now. Relax your head and neck, and 5 breaths. Good. We're going to do a half front pose. So you're going to slide your left knee out to the side. I'm going to move down. Oh. Yeah, now this might be enough of a stretch for you right here. We want to imagine that left inner thigh dropping down to the floor. So you might just stay here. Yeah. You might be able to lift up into your supported back bend. Now this creates a little bit more stretch, so we're thinking of letting the front of the pelvis drop, and then you're actively drawing the rib cage forward towards the fingertips. And then just gently gaze at the space off the end of your nose, really starting to be aware of how much space there is in your body. Beginning to feel the space between the lengths of your fingers. Become aware of the space between your left inner thigh and the floor. And just let your left thigh drop down into that space. It's like that space is inviting your leg into it. Down, bring the left leg back, have a little wriggle, and then we'll take the right side, so right knee out, trying to get your right knee level to your hip and ankle and foot at 90 degrees. And again, this might be good for you right here, just rest here. If there's a little bit more room, you might be able to come up into your version of Cobra. And again, this feeling, this sense of dropping the front of the pelvis down as the chest and rib cage expand forward. Relaxing the left leg completely. Relaxing the right leg completely. Relaxing all the muscles in your face. The corners of the eyes, the corners of the mouth. Relax the tongue, the sides of the tongue, the base of the tongue. And relaxing back down, bringing the right leg into your left leg. Have a little wiggle. And then we're going to roll back over onto your back and bring your block. So we're going to do a little supported back bend. Before we were doing active back bends, so now this is supported. Option 1, we can take the block flat or on its lowest height and sit right down under the sacrum. So we don't want it up here, we want it right down under your butt, yeah? So this might be your option. It's hanging out right here. If there's a little bit more room, you can stack the block to its next height and hang out here. So you'll notice we're doing lots of back bends in this practice, in various shapes and forms, because I find most people in our daily life, we're doing lots of forward bendings. So it's good to counteract that in your yoga practice and sort of balance that out by doing lots of back bends. Back bends also help us sustain our energy throughout the day. So we don't sort of have these highs and lows. We have fairly consistent energy throughout the day. And of course, third option, you might be able to spin the block to its highest and rest there. want to just stay where you are and keep breathing. If you'd like to take another option here, we're going to slide the block to its middle height or lowest height, either one. And then we're going to tuck your right foot just inside your left ankle and let that right knee drop out to the side. So you'll feel yourself sort of tip a little bit to the right. That's okay. We're just letting this right knee drop and that whole line open up down the front of the leg. You can stay here. If you can take a little bit more stretch, we're going to reach the arms overhead and even slide to the right, to the left a little bit. So just encouraging that whole right line to open up.